Mm.
You call this
Oh,
cooperation between harbingers?
c'è Signora!
Cooperation involves communication, you know.
C'è
Don't take it to
Signora.
heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip the formalities and bring chaos to the land? I'm sure you must have enjoyed that.
Tu cosa fai qui?
Oh, it seems that some of your friends have arrived.
Oh, oh.
Hey, it's Zhongli and Child. And
Zhongli?
you're also
tu?
one of the harbingers?
Signora.
It's you two. I believe we've met once before. In the city of Bards, was it? I'm glad you still remember my name.
Credo di avervi già incontrati nella città dei Bardi, giusto? Lieta che ricordiate ancora il mio nome.
Ah, right. I imagine that it must have been rather hard to forget watching helplessly as something precious was snatched away from your friend.
No, don't let her get to you.
Ah,
You've yet to gather the powers of all 7 elements. And our last battle at the Golden House was almost more than
non
we
leggi
can
così davanti a tutti! Devi ancora ottenere i poteri di tutti e 7 gli elementi e nella nostra ultima battaglia al Palazzo Dorato te la sei cavata a malapena. Come malapena? Ma se l'ho fatto quasi fuori!
So it might be best to keep things peaceful this time, seeing that 2 of the harbingers are here.
2 messaggeri qui.
Well, if it isn't you two. This is our first time seeing each other since Liua was nearly wiped off the map. This is certainly a bit awkward, wouldn't you say?
Diceva che non ci saremmo mai dovute fidare di un messaggero dei Fatui. Sì, e tu continuavi a dirgli di darti i soldi.
Oh, now don't say that. Sure, I may have misled you, but I never had anything against you personally.
Certo, vi avrò raggirate, ma non ho mai avuto nulla di personale contro di voi. Sì, in tutto ciò Zhongli non dice nulla.
Besides, I thought we were getting along quite well together, didn't you? Except for that little tussle we had at the end.
E comunque credevo andassimo piuttosto d'accordo, no? A parte quel piccolo bisticcio.
Nothing personal. We just
Piccolo.
have different views, that's all. Of course, you may very well hold this against me, but that's up to you. The real deceivers here are Signora and Zhongli. Curse them for leading me on.
I veri imbroglioni sono Signore Zhongli. Accidenti a loro per avermi raggirato.
So actually, I think...
A dire il vero, credo che...
Stop wasting time, child. There'll be plenty of time to chat once I'm through here.
Oh no.
You remember the agreement, Morax. Now, if you would be so kind. The Gnosis, please.
Non dimenticare il nostro accordo, Moritz. Ora, se volessi essere così gentile, la Gnosi, grazie. No, accordo.
What in the world are you talking about?
The contract is fulfilled. That which thou seeketh is now bestowed unto thee. For my promise is solid.
Oh no. L'ha ceduto in un contratto! Ma sul serio? E per che cosa?
How sanctimonious.
Oh.
What? So you're the Lord of Geo?
Quindi sei il signore di Geo.
No, wait. That's an exciting twist and all, but why give the Gnosis to the Fatui?
I do not give it for free. I give it as agreed upon in the contract. For it is a matter solely between the Tsaritsa and I.
Non glielo sto donando gratuitamente. Lo cedo come da contratto. Si tratta di una faccenda solo tra la Tsaritsa e me. Non capisco.
for you, and splat! This big dragon falls out of the sky, and all of Liyue goes into an uproar. Talk about a disaster.
Gathering all the forces that had been bubbling behind the scenes, and then stirring them together in a pot that was bound to boil over. That's what he wanted to see.
Wait, what?
Che cosa?
Perhaps it's best that I explain.
Forse è meglio che mi spieghi.
As
Spiegaci.
you know, I've dwelt upon this world for more than 6,000 years. It is now 3,700 years ago that I founded Liyue together with the Adepti. Even boulders that can withstand whirlpools will erode with the passing of time. I kept convincing myself that cracks had not begun to form, and that the end of my time had not yet come. One drizzly day, as I was strolling along the harbor, I heard a merchant tell one of his workers, "You finished your duties. Go ahead and call it a day." I stood motionless among the crowds, asking myself,
Ho già
have I already
fatto
finished my
il mio
duties?
dovere. Ho già fatto il mio dovere?
Oh, Zhongli.
But as I began to consider relinquishing my divine role, I soon discovered that many reasons still remained to not hastily depart.
Ma quando iniziai a valutare di abbandonare il mio ruolo divino, scoprii presto che rimanevano molte ragioni per non partire con tanta fretta.
Was Liyue, the city I had dwelt in for so long, already prepared to enter its next age? I decided that a test was needed in order to reveal the answer. So I feigned my own death, and gathered the cast of Childe, the Adepti, and the Liyue Chising to play their roles together on the stage that was Liyue.
E sei rimasto soddisfatto del risultato?
Indeed I was. The gnosis which I had kept for so many years suddenly seemed to have lost its meaning. That's right. Which is why I continued to safeguard the gnosis until now.
So you mean that if the chaos ever reached the point of no return, you would simply appear and use your divine powers to bring Liyue back under control?
Of course, and it would have been all too easy for him too. Just as a child quickly matures after losing their parents, so has Liyue matured when faced with the death of its deity.
The Adepti, for instance. Owing to their years of seclusion, they were the least informed. Yet when faced with a crisis, they commendably showed the greatest amount of restraint possible. Not only did they manage to cooperate with the Chising, but in the end, they even made efforts to understand the hearts of the people.
Ma alla fine hanno anche provato a comprendere il cuore della gente.
Credit is also due to Signora, the
Si è
emissary
fatto da
dispatched by
parte
the
per
Cryo Archon to
consentire.
fulfill our contract. At my request, she kept everything she knew in strict confidence. This despite the eavesdropping ears of her colleague, Childe. This meant I could remain as Zhongli, even having the chance to fulfill the age-old traditions of Liyue in this mortal form. Thank you for joining me on this journey, traveler. All of these things turned out as I had planned. There is only one thing that I had not anticipated, and that was the conduct of the Liyue Chising. I had expected them to do no more than the Adepti, to come to the defense of Liyue. But when all was said and done, they seized the opportunity to supplant Liyue's divine protectors, and used the subsequent power vacuum left by my death to quickly gain complete control of Liyue.
That doesn't sound good at all.
Ma non mi sembra per niente una bella cosa.
On the contrary, I think it is excellent. I had always feared that it was too soon for them to take over from me. And it was also that which I longed for the most. As such, this is the best parting gift anyone could have given this god of old.
Ok.
Hey, what about me? Doesn't anyone feel the least bit of remorse for deceiving me? You've practically kept me in the dark.
I think that thanks would be more appropriate. You certainly played no small part in all of this, wreaking havoc and turning the city upside down. The Lord of Geo ought to thank you for your performance, if anything. If you hadn't
Ringraziarlo.
created the pressure of a battle between mortals, adepti, and a god, the lump of coal resting in the hands of the Geo-Archon, Liyue, would never have been able to become a dazzling diamond of a city.
Huh? Just whose side are you on, mocking me like that? Are you itching for a fight?
Mi voglio di fare a botte. Siamo stati ingannati entrambi allo stesso modo. Dovresti davvero vergognarti questa volta.
Be that as it may,
Allora,
you've come out of this as the hero of Liyue. I, on the other hand, will be forever prescribed as a disturber of the peace, no?
già.
Well then, with the Gnosis in my possession, I have no use for such idle chatter. We should return to Zapoljarny Palace and seek an audience with Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa. Come, child.
Oh.
Fine. I'll meet you there later. I'm not sharing a boat with the likes of you.
Do as you wish.
Come preferisci. E abbiamo perso la
Is
Gnosi
there anything
del
else you
geo.
wish to ask me?
Vorrei sapere cosa ti ha offerto l'Archon di Crio.
Right! As Zhongli always told us, a good trade is a fair trade. Paimon has no idea what could be a good trade for a Gnosis.
Realistically speaking, there is no such thing.
Realisticamente parlando, non esiste niente del genere.
However, I am the god of contracts. For thousands of years, I have made countless contracts. If the deal was of no benefit, then I certainly would not be inclined to agree to it.
E qual
My
è il tuo
agreement with the
vantaggio?
Cryo-Archon will be the last of my contracts as the Geo-Archon. My contract to end all contracts.
Il mio patto con l'Archon di Crio sarà l'ultimo per me in veste di Archon di Geo. Il mio contratto per porre fine a ogni contratto.
As for the bargaining chip that the Tsaritsa used to balance the scales,
E per quanto riguarda la pedina di scambio scelta per bilanciare l'affare,
cover that answer for yourself in your future journeys.
la risposta la troverete voi stessi nei vostri futuri viaggi. Ok. E abbiamo perso e quindi ha ceduto così la Gnosi Geo. Ti picchierei. Mannaggia. Ok, ho capito tutto, però è un peccato. Cos'altro sta per succedere?
Day of the rite of parting. Although the star of the show is fake, we spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
Ecco perché ha preso tante cose senza senso. Partecipiamo al rito. Ascolta l'annuncio. Salve.
Hear ye all! the Qixing's
Ah, è
words.
lui.
Though a dragon soars ageless as the mountains, it too must return to dust. This is common knowledge. Gods and adepti live glorious lives, but both light and shadow have their season. So too must they face divinely appointed trials. Rumors and hearsay abound on the streets that Rex Lapis was murdered. Now, let the truth be revealed.
Oh.
Having been thwarted in his trial, Rex Lapis's soul has recouped the celestial heights. He beseeches the people of Liyue to grieve not and to let not their hearts be saddened.
In pratica, come è successo con 20, l'Archon continua ad esserci, ma per tutti sembrerà morto.
Nor
Non
are
ci
they
sia
to
più.
believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
Bene.
Paimon needs a translation on what the Qixing's announcement said.
A Paimon serve una traduzione. Ah sì? Non sei tu la guida qui. Hanno detto che Rex Lapis non è stato ucciso. Hanno detto che Rex Lapis è morto a causa di una prova divina.
So that's how they're spinning it. Something feels off. Why would they suddenly give up looking for the murderer? Not to mention how this excuse sounds like something they just made up on the spot. Could the Qixing already have known that Rex Lapis wasn't dead? But Zhongli said that neither they nor the Adepti knew anything. Did Zhongli tell them in secret after his gnosis changed hands?
È possibile.
Exactly, right? Ooh, seems like the rite of parting has been going on for a while now. Let's go have a look.
Dai, sbrighiamoci. Non voglio perdermelo. Sarà forse l'ultima emozione a Liyue. Forse, ne ho ancora di cose da fare qua a Liyue.
Look, it's Ningguang and Keqing. Are they saying something? Are their speeches over?
Oh, ci sono tutte e tre. Lei non l'hai neanche calcolata, eh?
As said previously, Rex Lapis's soul returning to the heavens is the end of the contract. And it is also the end of an era.
Siamo di nuovo qua.
3,700 years of contracts burnt and reduced to ash.
Cenere.
We, the people of Liyue, were indeed prosperous.
Oh, la signorina del profumo.
We forgot that time can be pitiless.
The long, unending dream of our Archon walking among us.
Must learn to say farewell. Will you stand with us as we re-establish our contracts? As we build a new age of prosperity?
So concludes the words of Her Eminence the Tianquan.
Così si concludono le parole di Sua Eminenza la Tianquan.
Does Her Eminence the Yuheng have anything to add?
Sua Eminenza la Yuhen desidera aggiungere altro?
Is she looking this way?
Sta guardando da questa parte?
Traveler.
Viaggiatrice.
Yikes! She really is looking
Ciao.
that way.
Is that the traveler who they say defeated the ancient god?
So young.
Quanto è giovane.
The Liyue Qixing always repay their debts. And as you have heard, Our eyes see far, and our reach is long.
Le 7 stelle di Liyue ripagano sempre i propri debiti. Come saprai, le nostre capacità non conoscono limiti.
Name your price. You deserve that much.
Di pure quanto desideri. Te lo sei meritata.
Whoa.
Ah, quanto desideri? In che senso? Non saprei.
Well, could you help me put up some missing person posters?
Vorrei trovare mio fratello, non suonava meglio? Cioè... Tutto qua. Ma... È tutto qui! Pensavo che fosse più emozionante. O che ne so, magari di notte e gli aquiloni non stanno volando. Voi vedete degli aquiloni che volano? No. Adesso devo anche parlare con le persone. Parlo con lui. Ciao.
Rex Lapis.
Rex Lapis.
Now that I think about it, if everyone's of the same mind as me, perhaps mementos for Rex Lapis might be the best short-term business opportunity.
1 di 3. La signorina a Roma.
And to think I'd put my best perfume on before coming here, thinking you'd like it.
Ah, e pensare che avevo messo il mio profumo migliore prima di venire qui.
But it seems as if those perfumes really were meant to be offered to Rex Lapis.
Ma a quanto pare quei profumi erano un'offerta del Rex Lapis. L'avevamo anche detto.
Well, that's fine. Suffer no rivals in love, they say. And that's 3 gone in 1 stroke.
In che senso? E adesso con chi parlo? Con Ping.
As for the mortals and adepti of Liyue, what
Quale
shape shall
forma
our
prenderà?
relationship take from now on?
Per quanto riguarda i mortali e gli adepti, quale forma prenderà d'ora in avanti il nostro rapporto? Ok, ho parlato con tutti. Cerca Zhongli. Oh, ma è proprio là! Ma dove sarà mai Zhongli? È proprio qui che sta... scusa, Kaya. non avevo visto lo stagno. Eccomi qua. Ehi, come va?
Look at this. Everyone in Liyue is caught up in their emotions, thinking that they'll never see Rex Lapis again. And here you are looking all relaxed.
Tranquillo e pacifico.
Why would I not feel more at ease after laying down the burden I have borne for 3,700 years?
Ci sta.
Right. If the two of you can spare the time, I should treat you to a meal at the Signora kiosk.
A proposito, se avete tempo, vorrei offrirvi un pasto alla pagoda di Signora.
That sounds like big talk, Zhongli. Paimon might have believed you if you were treating us to some third-round knockout, but you'd have to pay out your nose just to stand inside Signora kiosk. Are you sure you can afford it?
Ah. Adesso non c'è più Chai a coprirti,
You're right.
No, abbastanza Mora. Sei sempre stato così, ma perché Moraz dovrebbe essere a costo di Mora?
As the Rex Lapis Morax, I can easily create Mora. But since I have chosen to walk this earth as the mortal Zhongli, I should abide by the same rules that mortals do.
In quanto Rex Lapis posso creare mora con facilità, ma avendo scelto di rivestire dei mortali vesti di Zhongli.
When I was journeying with you, though I still had the Gnosis in hand, I knew that I must soon retire from my role as an Archon. So I had to rehearse a little for my new life.
But now, you didn't look at the price tags when we were spending because you've never had to. But since you weren't used to not being able to just make more mora as and when you wanted to, you had to try becoming a parasite to society who lives off of other people's credit.
Ma visto che non eri abituato a non poter più creare mora quando e come volevi, sei dovuto diventare un parassita.
Well, we were only spending
detto così è brutto.
You don't have to say it like that.
In effetti.
In the city of commerce, we do not merely exchange money or goods. We also exchange knowledge, memories and foresight, as well as positions, roles and lives.
A pensarci bene adesso avrei dovuto spendere ogni centesimo dei soldi di Chai. Così imparava. Nella città del commercio non scambiamo soltanto soldi o beni, scambiamo anche conoscenza, ricordi e prudenza, oltre a posizioni, ruoli e vite.
The Archon Morax could never experience life as the true mortal Zhongli could, no matter how many times he descended to be with his people.
L'Archon Moraz non avrebbe mai potuto assaporare la vita allo stesso modo del vero mortale Zhongli, a prescindere da quante volte si fosse recato tra la sua gente.
I must thank you for that.
Prego.
I will treasure the memories that I made as Zhongli, traveling the streets of Liyue with you.
Celebrerò con cura i ricordi che ho creato in quanto Zhongli, passeggiando tra le strade di Liyue insieme a te. È stato un bel viaggio.
That is true. But there is no journey that does not end. No meetings without partings.
Hai ragione, ma non vi è alcun viaggio senza una fine, nessun incontro senza Dio. È il viaggio che è importante.
Paimon thinks that we should make a move and continue our search for the seven.
I fear that continuing your journey may be difficult. The nation that neighbors Liyue by sea, Inazuma, is presently closed.
Temo che proseguire il vostro viaggio sarà difficile. La nazione confinante con Liyue via mare, Inazuma. Oh, finalmente vado a Inazuma! È al momento chiusa. Oh. Chi è il dio che governa Inazuma?
Yes, the nation has been closed by order of its
Lo so.
deity.
Chissà se lo sapranno loro.
The Electro-Archon Ball. And just as the people of Liyue preferred to call me Rex Lapis, she too goes by another name among locals in Inazuma.
L'Archon di Electro Ball, così come la gente di Liyue preferiva chiamarmi con l'appellativo di Rex Lapis, anche lei è conosciuta con un altro nome dagli abitanti di Inazuma.
Paimon thinks we've heard that one before.
Raiden. Sì, esatto.
That is the case. And since Raiden is also the shogun of Inazuma, people call her the Raiden Shogun.
Esatto, e poiché Raiden è anche la shogun di Inazuma, la sua gente la chiama la Shogun Raiden. Lo shogunato di Inazuma. Shogun.
That said, though people at the wharf were saying that the situation in Inazuma is very tense, Paimon doesn't remember that always being the case. It wasn't that bad last year. Zhongli, since you're Rex Lapis, shouldn't you know something about what's happening there? Just how did Inazuma become a closed nation?
Com'è che Inazuma ha chiuso i confini?
It's because of visions.
È a causa delle visioni.
When faced with circumstances beyond their control, humans often bemoan their lack of power.
Quando si trovano in circostanze oltre il loro controllo, gli umani spesso si lamentano della propria mancanza di potere.
But if a person shows true strength of will at a desperate and fateful moment in their life, the gods will look upon them with favor. What visions are. Magical foci bestowed upon those who have been acknowledged by the gods.
Huh? That's how people in Tibet see it.
Sì, la gente di Teiva crede proprio la stessa cosa.
But starting from last year, the Raiden Shogun began promulgating the Vision Hunt decree.
Ma l'anno scorso la Shogun Raiden ha promulgato il decreto di caccia alle visioni. Cioè?
Yes. It was an order to seize all visions within Inazuma's borders, and to inlay them upon the hands of the statue of the omnipresent god.
Perché?
They want to seize visions. But why? Aren't visions blessings from the gods?
I should think that in the Raiden Shogun's eyes, it is precisely because they are divine blessings that they should be under the sole dominion of divinity.
Oh.
Whoa, that's harsh.
Che crudeltà.
The Animo Archon is the god of freedom, and the Geo Archon is the god of contracts. For her part, the Raiden Shogun is the god of eternity. It seems as though she has finally decided to eliminate any unstable elements that could pose a threat to her eternal realm.
Ok. L'Archon di Animo è il dio della libertà, di Geo è dei contratti, Raiden è la dea dell'eternità. Sembra abbia infine deciso di eliminare tutti gli elementi instabili che potrebbero minacciare il suo regno eterno.
The fact that even I, the oldest of the seven, have now passed away, will only strengthen her resolve to pursue eternity.
Oh.
Knowing her, she must have again quoted that adage she is most fond of when proclaiming that decree to her people.
7 ideali per 7 dei, e tra essi l'eternità è la più vicina ai principi celesti, il cielo.
All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Bene, c'è qualcos'altro che volete sapere riguardo alla prova?
Ah, that was a good one. Failing a divine trial. How they came up with that excuse, I will never know.
Ah, questa è proprio bella, fallire una prova divina? Non riuscirò mai a capire come gli sia venuta in mente quella scusa.
That said, the reason why the Chising were so eager to resolve the incident and stop pursuing the culprit was indeed because they received news in secret that Rex Lapis was not dead.
Detto questo, il motivo per cui le 7 stelle avevano tanta fretta di risolvere l'incidente è smettere di cercare il colpevole. Era proprio perché avevano saputo in segreto che Rex Lapis non era morto. Quindi allora lo sanno.
How did I accomplish that, you ask? Have you ever heard of this particularly convenient adepti art known as gifting dreams and visions?
Ah,
All right,
il
then.
sogno?
Was there anything else you wish to know?
E il principe?
Yeah, about that. Before the Chising made their announcement, we listened to a lot of people talking on the way. Most of them put the blame for everything on Childe.
Dava la colpa di tutto al...
These are indeed false accusations. But it remains undeniably true that Childe did send people to the Jade Chamber to prevent the Adepti and the Chising from defeating the ancient god. I've heard that Ningguang is busy milking that for all it's worth on the foreign relations front at the moment, browbeating the envoys of the Fatui.
Dite che Ningguang sta cercando di sfruttare la situazione sul fronte delle relazioni esterne nel miglior modo possibile, intimorendo gli inviati dei Fatui.
Those poor Snezhnayan diplomats. If it were not for Childe's exalted position as a harbinger, I'm certain that they would have shifted all the blame to him and called for his dismissal by now.
Bene, suppongo dovrete trovare un modo per entrare in questa nazione blindata. Siate pazienti. Ho il sospetto che prima dovrà entrare in gioco un po' di serendipità. Ok. Oh, bene, e ha completato la storia principale di Liyue, credo, no? Un sacco di nuove missioni. Un po' vedere. Oh, ci sono un sacco di cose. Allora, intanto no, questa. Quante? La gru ritorna col vento. La gru. La dimora di Giada risorge. Oh, ho un po' di cose da fare. Cercatore della verità. Dying Slave. Parla con Catherine a Mondstadt. Catherine mi dirà che devo andare a trovare la sua gemella a Inazuma. Forse. Oh, ci sono un po' di cose che posso fare. Libro cristalli. Ok, bene. E presto andrò a Inazuma. Bene, direi che con questo concludiamo qui il video. E grazie a tutti di essere stati in mia compagnia. Se vi va lasciate tantissimissimi mi piace per tutta questa grossa avventura che abbiamo vissuto insieme. E ricordatevi di iscrivervi al canale per aiutarmi a crescere, anche perché vedo che ci sono tanti di voi che non sono iscritti ed è un peccato. Alla prossima. Ciao ciao, ciao ciao, ciao ciao, ciao ciao.